This is the sequence for focusing. We're going to start with a standing forward bend. So dropping your head down allows you to just release the body and release any pain in your lower back. You can imagine all the rubbish dropping out of the top of your head towards the floor. And the more flexible you are, the straighter the legs are. So if you have tight hamstrings, then bending your knees is a nice option. And tucking your knee right, your head right in towards your knees, so you get a rounding release through the upper back as well. And then when you're ready, just rolling down gently onto the floor, sitting so you can bend your knees, come down onto the floor. And we're going to get prepared for the fish posture. So the fish posture, you're going to lie on your back, with legs out straight, and bring your hands underneath your body. So slip your hands under the body until you can hardly see your arms from above. And then, this is a slightly strange position if you haven't done yoga before, but it's very nice for the chest. So you're going to lift yourself up onto your elbows. So support yourself on your elbows completely. Come up a little higher. That's it. And when you're up on your elbows and your upper arms are off the floor, you can drop your head gently back onto the floor. So you're arching the upper back and supporting your back with the elbows. So really press into the elbows, press into the palms of the hands in order to lift the chest nice and high. This really helps if anybody's got any breathing issues, and encourages us to breathe much deeper. Because the breath is connected with the mind, and how we breathe determines how we feel and what we think about. So when we start to open up the chest, allowing for the deeper breaths to come, we're much more in control of our thoughts. Just take a moment now to lie on your back after this position. Bring your hands out away from your body, just lie on your back in what's called Shavasana. This is an important part of any practice, to take a moment to chill just between the positions. And from this position we're going to do the 3-part breath. We're going to show it lying down here because it might be a bit easier for you to see, but you can do it sitting up or lying down. So the 3 parts to your breath. If you can just bring your hands to the upper chest, please, Jack, and notice how your chest rises and falls as you breathe normally. So if you could just breathe with your chest for a moment. That's it. And then, now Jack's learnt to do the 3-part deep belly breathing, so it's hard for him to breathe with his chest, but most of you probably breathe with your chest most of the time. So I want you to introduce the second part of the breath, which is the lower part of the chest. So bring your hand down a little lower. A little higher than that. So there we go. And so see if you can get to move that part of the body as you breathe. Great. And then bring your hands down onto your belly and move that part of the body. So Jack's really managing very well to breathe with his belly, but for many of you that might take a little while to get to this point. But as you can see, his hands are rising as he breathes in, and his hands fall as he breathes out. So let's do that again, 3-part breath. Bring the hands high up onto the clavicles, to the top of the chest, and breathe here first. And bring your hands to the lower chest, breathe here. And bring hands to the belly and breathe here. And ideally what we're looking for is to breathe almost completely with the belly. Very nice. The picture's also showing a seated twist, but we're going to do a lying twist since we're here. And we're going to just bring the feet to the floor, so bending the knees, and put the palms by the side of the body as you bring the knees to one side of the body. So just draw the knees to one side of the body And bring the left hand on top of the knee, so just to help you there. And make sure that the right shoulder is pressing into the floor so that we're getting a nice twist through the lower back. And then let's do the other side. Twisting the body. And this should be a nice exercise for anybody with lower back issues or tension. Really press down through that left shoulder there, Jack. So you really activate, that's it. Get that left shoulder down so you can really feel the twist through the spine. Fantastic. And bring the feet to the floor again. Fantastic. And when you're ready, just you can roll along the spine to tuck the knees into the chest. Roll along the spine until you've come to sitting, and then up to standing. We can do the final two postures now. So this is a tricky posture. We're going to do what we can. Basically, I'd like you, if possible, Jack, to hold your left foot with your left hand out in front of your body. So that might have your knee bent, and you might have it anyway. Let's just see how it goes. So lift your left foot up. Yep, got hold of your toe. That's great. And press the left foot out in front of you. Lovely. Now that's very high. And that's very it's flexible. So some of you might find that super difficult. So focusing on a spot in front of you. Steady through the right leg. Good. And release down. Fantastic, Jack. Let's do the other one. And for those of you who are super flexible, you might even like to take the foot out to the side as well. So Jack's demonstrating that now, but be careful of your hips. So just notice how that feels and focus on a pot in front of you. And bring the foot down. And that's the end of the focus sequence. I hope that's helped you focus.